converting the format. It is not just changing the format, it is changing complete value. In this case, these type of pipes are called as what? Impure. So syntactically, how we define? So we need to add like this. Suppose we have public. So rate, it is a number type and it is having some 0.245. And here we are applying. So rate and with percent, and we put fractions and decimals, how many we want. This is how we can apply a percent pipe. That is another 1%. So number, currency, and percent. So these are having predefined functionality they are applying. We have another pipe. So that is we have a JSON pipe. JSON pipe. Actually, JSON pipe is mostly used with APIs. JSON pipe is nothing but it converts the data into JSON format. It converts the data into JSON format. Usually, whenever data comes from an API to our application, it is in JSON. But from our application, the data need to go to API. Generally, for in our application, data will be in a form, and we want to convert that into JSON. Generally, in JavaScript, what we do? In JavaScript, if you want to convert data into JSON, JavaScript have a method called JavaScript uses a method called JSON.stringFile. JSON.stringFile. JSON.stringFile, what it will do is it will take your data and convert the data into JSON. Now here what you can do, you can simply use JSON filter. Suppose you are having any product where suppose we have some public. So we have a product and product is having an object type, some name, string, and some price number. It is an object type and it is having some data. Data is like name is TV and some price is some number, like this. It is having some data. Now what happens is you can simply present that in this format. You can just apply product and you can say JSON. Automatically it converts that object into a JSON format and it will use it. So JSON format, it will keep all the properties as string, values as value types, whatever types are there. So whenever you want to send data to any APIs from your client side application, then you need to transform the data into JSON. For that, you have a separate filter. Just apply that filter, it converts into JSON. For example, you see here, these are all product details we have. Now, above what I am doing is just these product details. I hope you know there is a pre-tag. In HTML, we have a pre-tag, pre-formatted. In this tag, I am just applying product. So product is an object, and to that I will apply JSON. When I apply JSON, that product is displayed in a JSON format. It will be like this. That means whatever data is present, it is converted into JSON and it will display in JSON. Actually, the values in JSON format are very much required for transporting our data from client side to server. Earlier, actually, we can do this by using JavaScript also. Actually, what we do, suppose temporarily here, I am writing what I can write. So here I will put an alert. Okay. So I will put a implements. Implements, we will say on in it. And here we will define. So ng on in it. I will just use here console.log and JSON.stringify. JSON.stringify, what is the data? This dot what product? That is what I am doing. Now what happens is actually, let's open the console and check once. Inspect. And you can see in the console, the data is in JSON format. This is JSON. Whatever data we entered, it is converted into JSON format. Actually, this is in JavaScript. Now what we done that, so same we done in our UI, right? The same in JavaScript, we use JSON stringify. Here we have to just apply JSON. So that is generally done by using JSON syntax. This is a simple JSON filter. So to convert data into JSON format, you have a pipe called JSON. Now to convert the data into a percent format, you have a pipe called a percent. Next important in the pipes, we have another important pipe is slice. Already we know this because you learned this in arrays na. While working with arrays, you know what is the purpose of slice, arrays, string. So slice is nothing but it will extract the characters between specified index. Actually, what slice can do, it is an array method. It is an array method that reads and it reads and returns the values between specified index. You can use anywhere. You can apply for a string, or you can apply for any iterations. When you are reading iterations also have index number. You can apply anywhere. For example, here I am using some collection. For that I need some collection here. Suppose I am using public some collection categories is a collection array. It is a string type array. In that we have categories like electronics. So like men's fashion, like this we are having categories like women's fashion. And we have like kids fashion like this. So some options are there. So footwear, all this. Now we are reading and presenting all these categories here. So then what we will do here, we will put an ordered list. So list item, this list item should repeat ng for let item of what categories, and we are printing every category here item, and you can see it is printing all the items. I want only third and fourth. That means we need to read from third index to fourth. So that means what we do here we can apply a slice pipe there. This slice pipe requires two parameters, start index and index. Start from 2 and end at, so start index colon end index, end at what, suppose 4. Now you can see it will return only the values within that index and display. That means we can slice and display only the characters, or you can display only the elements present in that index. For that, you have to just use slice. So slice can be applied on string also. For example, suppose I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maximum 6 characters. After 6, I don't want. Then we can do like this. For this item also, what I can do, I can apply a slice. I can say 0, 0 to maximum 6. Then it will read only 0 to 6 and it will display. That means that other characters are not displayed. You can apply that anywhere. You can apply anywhere. It is going to apply everywhere. So you can apply for a string or you can apply for a particular list. That is just simple slice option how we can use. So syntactically, for example, here we are having public. So a message, it is a string type, and suppose it is having welcome to JavaScript. And what I want to do is I want to read up to only welcome. So then what you can do, we can just keep here MSG what slice. Slice from 0 to how much? 7. It can read up to 6 and it will display. So that is a simple technique. I will upload one Word document. In the document, all these examples will be there, right? So whatever examples are for all the pipes, those examples will be there. So this is syntactically I'm giving here. So this is another pipe. What is the pipe? Slice. Yeah. Next, another important pipe. We have another pipe, key value pipe. This is a new pipe. So key value pipe is newly added into Angular. Earlier in old versions, we don't have this. Very old versions. From recent versions, they have this. Key value pipe is nothing but actually, what is the purpose of key value pipe is generally Angular have iterator ng for. So, and what is the problem with ng for? Ng for uses off operator. What is the problem with off operator? Off operator cannot read, it cannot read properties. It cannot read properties. So that means it can read only values. You know, you have for in, for off. For in is used for reading all properties. For off is used for reading all values. Here ng for cannot use for in. ng for cannot use in. It have to use only off. There is no chance of using in operator. Then what developers are facing problem is they are able to access the values but not properties. They are unable to access their properties. So that is the reason this new pipe introduced. What is advantage of this is it can read both properties and values. So because here I am using, yeah, so I will not apply the slice here. So here I'm using this list and displaying all the items in the list. When we are doing this, actually what happens is we cannot use in operator here. For have an in operator and off operator both. In JavaScript, we use this in for reading all keys. But here you cannot use that in operator. We cannot use that in operator. So we have to use off operator only. Then how to get the keys? To get the keys, it's very simple now. you can simply apply a pipe called key value. After applying the pipe key value, what you can do is you can print item key. We can print item key and we can print item value separately. We can do that. Item dot key and item dot value. That means it is going to print the keys and values here. You can see it is going to print keys and values. Keys are nothing but index numbers 0, 1, 2, 3. So in that case, I will remove the class as list unstyled so that I can remove the symbols. Then numbering I will remove. Then only key and value will come. So that is keys and values. Actually, ngFor can use only values, but keys are very important for deleting and all. That is the reason keys are not available. What you have done, you used the index property. I showed you how to delete item from a cart, right? For that, we are using index properties. So now we can try this one also. So we can try this. You can put key values. You can collect the key number, and based on that, we can identify at which index the item is present. Is it at 0? Is it 1? We can refer that. So that is the purpose of a key value pipe actually. So key value pipe. So syntactically, so when you are using ngFor let item of any collection, and on that collection, you can apply key value. What this key value can do, it can return item dot key and it can return item dot value. Item dot value. The key and values are returned here. That is how it can manage. That is the key value pipe. So you can use ngFor for reading all the values, and by applying this pipe, you can read now its keys also. Why you need keys? Keys are required for manipulating elements inside a list, like adding items, removing items, all depends on these keys only, right? It's important. So that is a key value pipe. We are having a key value pipe. Okay. Next important in the pipes, we have an I18N select pipe. I18N select pipe. Here the point is why it is having so different name. Why it is so different. I18N select, what is it actually? Generally, one of the main point, this is also new pipe. It's not there in earlier versions. It is newly added from recent versions of Angular. Why it is having so different name, right? The point is simple. Actually, Angular is a framework, so developed by Google, but it is not just maintained by Google. It is an open source. Open source means a lot of companies, organizations, developers are contributing to Angular. That means they are building new features, adding to Angular. And I18N, that is a community. It is a community of Angular. They are partners. Community is a partner of open source. They developed this pipe. That's the reason the name is I18 select. That means why they developed this pipe. They thought that developers may need this. Obviously, it is good. That's the reason Angular team integrated into Angular. So it is not officially designed by Angular. It is designed by some third party, but it is approved by Angular and it is integrated into Angular. That means, see, generally in software development, companies, they they give good encouragement to the developers. For example, I hope you might have heard 3, 4, almost 5, 7 months back, one person has identified a small, one developer have identified a small bug in WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, he identified a small bug, small problem, and he reported that problem to WhatsApp team, saying that I found this problem. This may cause a problem for you in future. Then WhatsApp team have given him 40 lakhs rupees money for reporting that. 40 lakhs for just reporting that problem. And if they have given that much amount, that means it is a huge contribution. That means that may cause lot of issues. And he found that bug and he reported. And he got money for that. So companies will encourage this kind of things from everybody. Actually, they put open forums. And if you report any genuine problem and they find that that is very major one, for example, you may ask like why they pay 40 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, very huge amount they give for finding that. Because I hope you people know, just 1, 2 months back only, Facebook and WhatsApp stopped for 4 hours, right? It stopped for 4 hours due to some technical issues. It stopped for 4 hours. I hope you people know, right? And do you know, because it stopped for those 4 hours, approximately Facebook CEO, the head of Facebook, he stepped 4 places down in world richest persons. Approximately 12,000 crores loss for 4 hours. 12,000 crores approximate loss for stopping Facebook for 4 hours. That is the issue. You may be thinking like how it will be so much of loss. A simple statistic I will tell you. Suppose we have Amazon shopping site. Amazon shopping site is there. Tell me worldwide how many people may be using Amazon right now? Millions of people are using. How much amount they may be ordering? Minimum 100 rupees take. Minimum 100 rupees take. And Amazon payment option is not working for 5 minutes from now. Amazon payment option is not working for 5 minutes from now. Then how many people stopped placing order? And how much amount in 5 minutes? How much loss for Amazon? Right? In 5 minutes, it will be in hundreds of crores. Hundreds of crores in 5 minutes if Amazon is not working. This is huge, right? That is general thing. That is the reason we give very huge encouragement to these communities, right, who are contributing. They developed something and they reported some issues. That's the reason when a software is released, what they do, first they release alpha, beta, RC versions and they give to developers. Developers will use those versions. If they find any issues, they will report to the company. They will resolve those issues. After that, finally, they will release a version. That means any software before releasing the final version, they release the trial versions for developers. Developers will use that software for few months or few days and they report problems in that, they rectify that and they will put it. Any software have to be like that only. So the point here is this community have developed a pipe and that is good, reasonable. That's the reason Angular kept that pipe with their name only, right? Why other pipes are different and this pipe is different? Just because it is a contribution from other, right? So you can also develop pipes if they are very good then Angular can put those pipes in the next version of their releases. They will not say that you are an individual developer. It's not like that. If you, even you are an individual developer, you get designed a good one which is helpful to a lot of projects, then they will include it, right? So this I18N select is like that. Why? I will tell you one simple point here. See, I will give a small problem and solution. Let's see. Suppose we are having, means why this is so important and why we think this is so important. Let's see. Suppose I'm having a simple data. So public, so we have products. Products is an object. So array of objects. It's an array of object. Object of array of objects you can define. Already we learned. So we will use object. What type? One is name. Name is what? String. Another one is suppose product name is string. Okay. Then we will use shipped to. Shipped to. Shipped to is string. It is city name. Shipped to city. Okay. Then here I will define it is an array. Now we will put some array. In that first one, we have a name. So some name. And we have some shipped to some city, Delhi, like this. Now we have another name and we have some mobile. And this is some shipped to, this is some Hyderabad, like this. Now we have some products like this. We have some products like this. And it is shipped to, yeah, shipped to some Delhi. Like this, we have Delhi, Hyderabad, some options are there. And we have name. So it is some other shirt. And we have shipped to, and it ships to some Mumbai. Like this we have. Now what happens is, now the person who is ordering these products, his location is Hyderabad. And he ordered a mobile. His current location is Hyderabad and he ordered a mobile. And the mobile, that delivery vendor, that means who supplies that mobile, is in Hyderabad. Then they will immediately put 1-day delivery. Am I right? They will immediately put same day delivery. Same day delivery. Why? Because the person who supplies, he is in the same city. Same day delivery, right? So if he is in, you are ordering from Hyderabad and the vendor is in Mumbai, then they will say that delivery in 1 day, because Mumbai to Hyderabad 1 day is enough. And if the vendor is in Delhi who supplies that product, then it says delivery in 2 days. If the vendor is outside our country, then they says that delivery in 1 week. No, they will say usually dispatched in 1 week. Usually dispatched in 1 week. They can't confirm, because any product have to come from another country. You have to supply your consumer details like Aadhaar card IDs, details and all for procuring any product from other countries specially. Due to that, delivery time will be changing. Same product. For example, another person ordered same product from Delhi. He will get delivered immediately on the same day. But from Hyderabad, it will take 2 days. Now the point is, if the city is Hyderabad, we need to put a status same day delivery. If Mumbai, we should put the status 1-day delivery. If it is from Delhi or any another city, we say 2 days delivery. So I want you to design a table. That means we need to design a table. You see, I'll say your cart like this. We will create a table. In this class, I will keep as table. and a table hover something. Yeah. And here we keep T head and TR and TH. We have name, that is name, and we have city, and another we have delivery status. Delivery status. Now in the table body, we have row. This row should repeat. So NG for LET product of what is the collection products. And we need to print first cell. In the cell, I need to display the product name. I am displaying product dot name. And another cell, here I need to display product dot shipped to. Shipped to contains city name, right? So it is going to display the details in this way. Now our concept is, now you have to put the status right side. If it is Delhi, the status must be 2 days delivery. If it is Hyderabad, same day. If it is Mumbai, 1 day. Understood the tasks? Now, is it so easy to do that? Lot of conditions are required. We need to write lot of condition. We have to write condition. If city is this, put this message. And this is a good one, right? This kind of requirement regularly comes. That means situation wise, we have to change the message. That means a message should be chosen to display according to the value. Message should change according to value. A message should be selected according to value. That for that, what that community people have done, they designed a pipe. In that, simply what you can do is you create status. You create a status object. It is an any type of object. You create a status object. In this status object, you just put a key. You just put a key. So key is nothing but, so Delhi. And you put a value. Value is nothing but delivery in 2 days. You put another key. What is it? Hyderabad. Then what is the value for that? So same day delivery. Am I right? And you keep another one. What is it? Mumbai. And so in 1 day delivery, like this, we are displaying message, means we are keeping values, and we are keeping other. We are using other we say. So usually dispatched in 3 to 4 working days, like this I define. This is a status. This is a status. Now, according to city, this status must be selected. According to the city, status must be selected. So see what I am doing here. Here in the last cell, we are accessing product dot shipped to. Shipped to means it will get the city name. To that city name, we are applying a pipe. And that pipe is I18N select pipe. And this pipe is asking from where to select the messages. From where to select the messages? From status. You have to select the messages. What is that status? Yes, uppercase. Yeah. So from status, it have to select the messages. Now see, automatically it is going to display those messages. That's good. And that's very simple. Now, earlier we have to do lot of logic for this. Now it is very simple. It says delivery in 2 days, same day delivery in 2 days, Mumbai. one day delivery. Suppose if city name is different, suppose I am giving, where is it? Here, some watch city name is some different city. Then what happens is, then it says usually dispatched in 3 to 4 working days. It changes the status. Now user is selecting the product according to his city, it will verify and it will automatically change. This kind of status messages are very common in shopping sites. This is very common everywhere, right? That means when you confirmed an order, when it will be delivered, depend on the distance of the vendor who supplies the product. Now, this looks very simple, reasonable, and it is very good. So this is not there earlier. Very recently, this is added into Angular, and it is an select pipe. It selects a message and it will display a message. This is in the modern generation, we need everywhere. That's the reason Angular thinks that this is very good for modern websites. So, and it is very reasonable also. That's the reason they integrated this. So this is a pipe called select. So what is the purpose of this I18 select? So it uses an object to verify. It uses an object to verify the matching keys and selects a suitable value to display. So it uses an object to verify the matching keys and selects a suitable value to display. So it is going to verify an object with matching keys. And if keys are matching with your value, it will pick up the value and it will display the value. That is what actually I18 and select can do, right? So this is one important syntactically. First, actually, we need products. So we need a collection. Actually, it is a collection. It's just syntax I am giving. It is an array. So just roughly I am defining, and we need an object actually. So we need an object. Object is an object type. It is an object. Now generally what we do, this is just syntax. We have to define. So item, and we need to apply I18n select, and we need to keep here the object reference we have to keep. This is how we need to define. This is just syntax. Example I will post, right? So we need to put an object which contains the status message for the products items, right? So example, I will keep it here. So pipe demo dot component dot ts. In pipe demo component ts, we need to design all this. We need a collection and we need a status. And the pipe demo dot component dot html. In this, we need this one. I will copy that. So this is I18n select. That is one pipe, I18n select. The same community developed another pipe. They developed another pipe, I18n plural. This is also very good. This may not suit for everybody, but it will be very helpful for the people who need that kind of interaction. Plural pipe is nothing but actually software developers have a tradition. Already we know that generally when we give names for variables, properties and references, we use singular and plural words. If only one value is coming, we use a singular. If multiple values are coming, we use plural. So that is a general tradition actually. That means suppose I created LET product, means I am expecting how many values to be inside? Only one. I am declaring some LET products. That means I am expecting many. That plural word is used to represent many. So this is a tradition actually. In software development, for example, you used any name with ease. Used any name starting with ease in any software technology means it is a Boolean, right? It is a Boolean. Generally, Booleans are traditionally defined with prefix as is. That means is valid, is invalid. This is a tradition actually. This is tradition. It's not mandatory. You can give any name, but traditionally singular name for one value, plural name for many values, is for Booleans like that. So depending on the situation. Now, what is the point here is they developed an interesting pipe. If plural values are coming, they can change the status, because these days this is also used everywhere in our mobiles and all, right? Everywhere they are using this kind of technique. So they developed a pipe for that, right? I will show you here how. For example, for that, I will give here a simple option. Yep, change. Now I will keep here. This also clean up. Okay. Now I will design one simple collection here. I will create public messages. Messages is an string type array. Messages is a string type array. It is initially empty. It's a string type array. Messages is a string type array. Okay. Now what we will do is here we will keep a simple heading. So some say plural demo. Okay. Here I will keep a button. In the button span, I am giving class bi bell. And here I defined so notifications. Notifications. So that is the symbol I am defining there. This is notifications. Now I will just use here. So class BTN and BTN primary something. And here we will add another span. And in this span class, I will give as badge. Badge and suppose BG dark. Okay. And here initially I give some 0. There is something like this. So notifications. Okay. This is BTN primary. Okay. So this is the notifications. Primary. Yeah. Fine. Now here, what we want to display is we will keep position as relative. And here I will keep position as absolute. So absolute position, it will be in this way. That is relative and absolute position we are giving. And rounded circle I am adding. So that is a rounded circle like this we define. Now what should happen here is we will just keep a interface there. I will keep a div, means roughly I will keep here class margin bottom is 3. And here we will keep a message. So input type is equal to text. And we will keep a button here, send. Like this, we are keeping a message. That is the message. Is there any icon for that? So class BI and BI, what we have, send. Yeah. Send is a button, class BTN and BTN, suppose some primary. Okay, so this is the send button we are having. Some here we are using a class input group. Okay, that keeps this as an input group, and here we will put as a class form control. Form control. Okay. Now here is nothing but, suppose what we want to do is, so this is W25 is enough. The width adjusted like this. Now user can send a message, type some message, and he can click on the send. That means when user sends that message, that the count should display here. How many messages are there? The notification should update. That means how many are there, it should display. Count should display, and the information should display there. Then what we are doing here is just on init, we are creating public as count. Count is a what type number? It is initially 0. On initialization, this dot count is equal to this dot messages dot length, means how many messages are there. This count we will display here, where here I kept 0. Here we will not keep 0. We will put as what? Count. So this is the count we are displaying. That is the count by default. It is initialized to 0. Now what should happen is, if notification message also should change here, like 0 messages, you have 1 message, you have several messages like that. So we will create another object here. It is, we will keep another one is notifications. Notifications, it is notifications, notification map. Actually, this notification map is having, it's an object. It is having first equal to 0. If it is 0, then it should display a message saying that no new messages. Am I right? It should display no new messages. Now we have another option. If it is equal to 1, then it should have, so 1 new message. This should display. And here I am defining, so as other, means more than 1. More than 1, then hash. Hash will get how many messages are there. Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? That count will come. You can collect the count and you can say messages. Plural, we will use that plural word, singular words for that. Now what should happen is, here we are displaying notifications now. Instead of that, we will just put here, what is it? So we have to get length of array. What is that? Messages. Messages dot what? Length. Messages dot length. Messages length, it will return there. Messages length, how many? It will return there 0. Right? Now what I will do is, messages length should not come. According to the length, message should come. Then we will put a pipe I plural, I18 and plural. It uses the messages coming from which one? Notification map. The messages coming from notification map. And in notification map, what is the message? No new messages. It is saying no new messages. Currently, there are no new messages. Okay, we will keep this also. This button also reasonable width actually. So we will keep W as 25, same width, so that it will not be changing according to message. So this is the option here. It says no new messages. Okay, that is no new messages. Now what should happen is when user enters any message and clicks on send, it should be added into array. It should be added into array. Okay, we will do that. How? We will write a method. What is the method? Public method is add message, add click, okay, or say send click. On send click, what should happen? We have to collect the value from text box. So from this text box, we need to collect the value and we need to submit. We will do one thing for that. To collect value from text box, we will declare another property. What is it? Message. Message what type? String. It is an empty message. Now this message we will bind. We will bind to this text box. That means we will use two-way binding. What is it? ng model. We will bind what? Message. So whatever message entered, it will be updated there. Right? Now what we have to do on add click, on send click. So into array, we need to add that message. What is the array name? This dot messages dot what? Push. And in this we will add which one? This dot message. The message is added into the messages. Whatever message you entered in that, it is added. Means count will update now automatically. Right. Now I will put an alert. So here message sent, that should come. Message sent. After that, so here I will give this dot message is equal to empty. That means we will keep that empty. Usually now what happens is I am sending here a message. So hello. And I click on send. On that button click we haven't written. Send click should work when user clicks the button. Am I right? So on this button click. So on this button click, which method should come? Send click should come. Right? Now let's run this. Currently it is saying no new messages. And I am typing some hello and click on the send message sent. I say okay, then one new message. This must be updated here also now. So we will do that. So we will not display here. That means what we have to do, count also should update now. Right? What we have to do, this dot count is equal to this dot messages dot length. So it will be updated. That means now you can see here, currently it is 0, no new messages. I entered hello and I click on send and it says message sent and it says that one new message. I entered another message, how are you? So, and I click on send, then message sent. Now you can see two new messages. Now the count is changing. Now I said, so welcome. So welcome to Angular something and send. The message is sent. Now 3 messages. Now very important here is when user clicks on this, this is coming in between because we haven't given position actually. Absolute position I given, but I need to also give so end as 0, top as 0, then it will be applied correctly. End 0, top 0 will be applied correctly. Right, depending on the messages, how you define. That means I'm adding some message and it says one message. I'm adding another, it says two messages. Adding another, it says three messages. So now important, when I click on this button, I want to see those messages. I want to display the messages. Actually, up to here, pipe is finished. This is the concept of pipe. What is the pipe concept? It is checking what is the length of array. How many elements are there in array? If it is 1, it will apply one message. If it is 0, it will apply another message. If anything above 1, that is plural. Understood? If anything above 1, that is plural. It will get that plural. Hash is designed for plural. It will get the plural number and it will use that here. So if you want to display those messages, that's not a complex thing. Actually, we will do one more work. When user clicks on send, we will declare a new now is equal to new date. That means it will create date. And what we will do is into the message, we will add at what time the message is sent. That means we will use now dot to local time string. Only time I will display at what time the message is sent. That means to local time string, it is adding the message and time when it is sent. Okay. Now what is the point here? We will create a container. So we will create a container here. We will create a div, and this div have class margin top as 4. And in this, I will put a simple unordered list, and I will keep here class list, class as list unstyled. Okay. And here I will just give a message first as your messages. And I will keep a list item. It should repeat. For which one? ng for let item of what is the collection messages, and here it should display the item. Message should display. That message should display here. And I don't want this to display every time. That means here we will create a Boolean property now. Public show messages. Show messages is a what Boolean type. We will set it as false. We will apply that. We will apply that to this here by using what? ng if show messages. It is empty. That means now it is not going to display that below. On the button click, I need to display. So for this button, we have to write a click. So I say show click. Okay. Then here we will write a function. So the method is show click. On show click, what to do? Just turn this dot. What is it? Show messages. Here I need a toggle like. Then we will use an expression. This dot show messages is equal to true. Then set it to false. If it is true, then set to false. If it is false, then set to true. We are using toggling. That means now what happens here? I entered some message, hi. So that message is sent. One new message is there. I adjusted the width to only 25. That's the reason. You adjust the width, it will be large. Now, actually, I am defining another one. What is it? Suppose I added, so welcome to Angular. So, and click on send, the message sent now. And you see show that messages button, it will display those messages. Hi is sent at 10:27 and this is sent at 10:28. it will display those messages, right? So you can display in any way you want, however you want to display that, right? And I'm entering another message. So how are you doing? So, and so this is message, and the message comes here, and you can click on that, it will hide. Again, click, it will display. We can show and hide. This is a plural pipe. This is a plural pipe. Actually, this is not required for everybody, right? But this looks very reasonable. These days, mobile apps, every app have a notifications. You have one notification, you have two notifications. Such kind of alerts messages are good. And for that, you need to write lot of logic. Now, not required. Just apply a pipe. That means just you need to apply a pipe. So it will decide. Remember, you don't think that this is a lengthy concept. Actually, we made it lengthy. Actual concept is what? Dot length, based on length, apply pipe. If length is 0, it will show one message. If length is 1, it will show another message. If length is more, it will show another message. That is only the point. We done it huge. That means we made it complicated. But actually the point is very simple. Length, and based on length, apply the message. That means we need to get the length. Actually, pipe is only this much. Am I right? All rest of the thing we built, right? That's not necessary, but just to make a good idea on what the concept is, where it is used. This is what I showed you. So this is an example for what is it? Plural. So in programming traditions, developers use plural name for a collection of values. That means more than one. So what plural pipe can do is, plural pipe can get the length and the count of elements in a collection, and display suitable messages, and display suitable messages. That is what it can do. So syntax, you need a map. So you need a map. Actually, this map contains the information like, if it is equal to 0, then what is the message? No value. And if it is equal to 1, then it is showing one value. And if it is other, then what should happen? It should say hash values. That is a plural name you have to define. We have public and we have a collection. So collection is any type of array. And here we will put, if the collection length, based on that I18 and what? Plural. And to that we have to apply the map. So it will display the message accordingly. Which one is required, it will apply that and display. So that is how you can configure. So example, same pipe demo component.ts. So here I will copy that. This is pipe demo component.ts and pipe demo.component.html. I'll paste this one. This is the HTML. That is an example actually. Okay. So these are the pipes we have built in. There is one more pipe called async, but we cannot try that now. Next example we will see, because for that we need to learn API connections. When we are fetching data from API, communicating with the APIs and handling, then we need a pipe called async. With the service, I will show you when we are dealing with a service, how this async pipe works, right? In the next concept, we will see that. These are all built-in pipes. That means these are all the built-in pipes. That means we need to know how to create the pipes. Okay. Now, once you know all these built-in pipes, you can create your own pipes. So actually, we call it as custom pipe. Custom pipes are nothing but you can build a pipe according to requirements. Because already I told you that generally for every requirement, they don't have a pipe. I already showed you. Uppercase is there, lower case is there. So title case is there, but sentence case not there. Sentence case means in a sentence, first letter must be caps. For example, I need actions like filtering, sorting, but for filtering, sorting, they don't have a pipe. I can create such pipes, right? That means you can create your own pipe. But to create pipe, you need to know some rules. What are the rules? First one. So pipe is a class. That is the first basic thing. And pipe class implements pipe transform base. It implements pipe transform base. That means you need to create a class. That class should implement pipe transform. And another important, actually pipe uses a directive at the net pipe. It uses a directive at the net pipe. Already you know component is also a class. And component behavior for that class comes from component directive. Already we learned now. We learned how to create a component manually. When we created a component manually, we have to use a component marker for marking the class as a component. Same pipe also requires a marker. So another point is pipe comprises of a method called transform method, which is used to transform and return the data. It is used to transform and return the data. And as I already told you, pipe can be parameterless, or it can be parameterized. It can be parameterless or parameterized. We can have parameterized pipes with parameters, without parameters. Let's see one example first. How to create a pipe. There are two techniques. You can use CLI command. What you can do is ng generate pipe and pipe name sentence case something. So automatically, so skip test, automatically it will add a pipe for you. So just like component, a pipe also can be generated automatically, but we will manually add. Automatically also you can generate. We will manually add a pipe. So what I am doing, Let's go into project. In this project, in the app folder, let's put a separate folder by name pipes. I am creating a separate folder for pipes. In that, we will add a new file. So that is sentence.pipe.ts. You can give any name. Its extension must be ts. But for components, tradition, we give component as suffix. For pipes, we will give pipe. Now, how it becomes a pipe? First, we have to create export class sentence pipe. I am giving sentence pipe. That is the class name. And this class is not a pipe now. To configure as a pipe, we have to import pipe transform from Angular core. Pipe transform from which location? From @Angular /core library. We have to import transform pipe transform, and one more we need pipe. We need a pipe and pipe transform. Now this class needs to implements which one? Pipe transform, that is a contract. According to that, we have to have a method called transform. See, the transform method is already having values and all. They are all not required. Just we will use. It will take your string and it will return in a format. So I will pass the string str. What type? String type parameter. So that means it will take your sentence. Okay, na? Sentence. It is what type? String. Now this must be marked with @pipe. It should be marked with pipe. Usually pipe have a name. What is the name of the pipe? Name of the pipe is sentence. That means class name is sentence pipe, but name is sentence. All pipes are same. You have uppercase pipe, that is the class name, but its access name is uppercase. All pipes are the same, but some pipes names are different. I told you now, decimal pipe is class, but its name is number, right? The name can be anything. Now, what this transform have to do? It should return this sentence in sentence case. How to convert any string into sentence case? In JavaScript, is there any method for that? In JavaScript, there is no method for sentence case. Then how? You have to use all string functions. That means sentence case means what? First letter in the sentence will be caps. All others are lowercase. So I am taking a variable first character. How to get the first character in sentence? Sentence dot char at 0. It will get the first character. This is a JavaScript string function. It will get the first character. How to get rest characters? After 0, all characters I need to get. Then we will use sentence dot substring. It is from 1. From 1, it will read up to end. You know, this is also a string function, JavaScript string functions. Now we need a sentence. So we need a sentence. What this sentence have to do? This sentence have to return. So this first character to uppercase and plus rest characters to lowercase. That is what it have to do. And return that sentence. That's it. That means what transform method have to do? It takes your value. After taking your value, it will convert the first character to uppercase, rest of characters to lowercase. and it will return that result. That's how we do. Now see, you created a pipe is ready, but this pipe is manually added. You know, if manually any pipe or component is added, you have to register. Where in app module, pipes and components are registered in this declarations only. In declarations, we will here add the pipe. What is the pipe? Sentence pipe that is imported here. Now your pipe is ready to use. What you have to do, go to here. Here I will keep a title. I am adding public title. Title is a string. See, title I am typing here. So like this. Welcome to. So here we said Angular. Like this, it is a random toggled letters. I am displaying this here at the top. I will display here in a heading. I am adding, what is it? Title. And you can see the title is going to display in the same way how it is actually. Now what we will do is, to this we will apply sentence case pipe. So now we need to just apply pipe, and you see sentence, that pipe is available. This is not there earlier. This is our own created pipe, custom pipe. Now it is available, and you can see now it is fine. It is changing the sentence into sentence case. That means first letter is caps, right? We have uppercase, lowercase, title case. They are readily built. How they are built? Like this only. Every pipe is built like this. You can build your own pipes, and you can use for various situations. Now your pipe is not having any parameters. We can create pipes with parameters. That means colon and parameter. We will create another pipe for sorting, and we will see how the parameters are used for the pipe. That we'll see tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow, that one example, we will finish pipes. Then we will go into concept of services. How do we work with services in Angular? Tomorrow we will continue with it.